again, everyone. My name is Nira Shurkawi, and I'm Seedstars Community and Events Manager. We're about to begin with our second episodes of the MENA competition. You should be expecting 4 exciting startup pitches and the announcement of one entrepreneur that will go on and represent their country in the finals.
It was our first experience in competition like this.
I loved meeting mentors, one-to-one mentors. I loved meeting investors.
I learned a lot about my business. This is amazing.
They're not sugarcoating anything, and that's something that I did love about it.
How the selection process of winners at the Seedstars World Competition worked this year. Startups start with filling the application form. After the review, those who meet the minimum criteria get invited to the online Seedstars Academy. Throughout the academy, we monitor the performance of the entrepreneurs as they get assigned to courses and tests. Upon the completion of the academy, startups that score the highest get invited to meet with the Seedstars World team and mentors on one-on-one. As the last step, we invite outstanding experts in their fields as jury members to the online pitching episodes. All those components help us form a solid and complex decision on who Seedstars startup finalists are.
With us today, we have awesome jury members that are Francesca Bombessi, the Regional Partnership Manager at Seedstars, Leila Al-Hassan, the Principal at 500 Startups, and Riyad Abu Jawde, the Managing Director of MEVP.
Founder and CEO of Al-Mawwan. Al-Mawwan is the first interactive platform specialized in booking, ordering, and delivering ready-mixed concrete in Egypt. Our solution have many benefits, such as reducing 10% of time than traditional way, optimization of delivery process, and finally, cost efficiency. We are now serving 600 contractors from 46 stations. In 14 months of operation, our sales exceeded $1.5 million. Next year, our plan to lead market toward digitalization by having target sales more than $8 million. And in order to achieve that, we need $500,000. Thank you.
Hi, Haytham.
Hi.
You need to understand, the product is ready mixed concrete, right?
Yes.
And what differentiates you from the other players, competitors today in the market?
We are a digital platform for booking ready-mixed concrete. Our advantage that we offer a lot of resources, a lot of stations from every area. That we reduce the time of concrete works from 10%. And
okay, so basically you work with different providers of concrete.
Yes, sure.
Okay, so you're a platform, technology platform, and
yes.
You connect. Okay.
We have also a tracking system in our platform. Every contractor have track all tracks and time from station to site, and when the casting process will end.
Okay, and are there equivalent players outside of the region? Like, is there anybody like doing similar things in Asia or Europe or US?
There are many. Some companies have their own platform. Samex, as example, has their own platform for ordering from Samex only.
Okay.
What do you think your market advantage is?
Time reduction of works from every order from the traditional way can delay 1 or 2 days for every order. Using Al-Mawwan solution, we can order in the same day.
Okay. Okay, so that's for the order. And when it comes to delivery, can you give us an overview of the timeline?
Delivering, we have a tracking system, full digital. We have the contractor can order and track and choose the supplier and the prices, different time, the distance from his site and the stations, and tracking every truck from the beginning, from the station to the site.
My name is Mohammed. I'm the CEO and technical founder of Alphazed, the first smart digital gamified learning platform for Arab kids aged 2 to 8. 18.7 million is the actual spending in the EdTech in MENA region last year. This is above the world average. But we're bringing in Alphazed as actually many first for platform for the Arab region. We are bringing machine learning model, the latest in AI. We are bringing gamified generative content, automatic reporting and assessment, and gap finding. We've launched less than a month ago. We have already 1,500 users, with some of them actually playing up to 4 hours total play time. In terms of unfair advantage, we have many scars as a team on our skin already. I've already helped build and scale 2 startups in the Netherlands and the UK with 1.5 million users in the kids learning actually at home. I've already also started in Al-Mawwan, working on top machine learning model for Arabic language before. Our team have more than 10 years of experience actually in AI education and gamification. Our education for kids needs reform. Alphazed is here to lead the way, and that's it. My 1 minute pitch.
Thank you so much for your presentation. Yeah, I think it would be helpful if you can walk us through your business model, unit economics, and yeah, and then let's open the floor for more.
Yes, so we launched our first MVP, which was a big MVP, to be honest, less than a month ago. We've targeted actually school at first in the MENA region, but I think for the last 2 weeks, we found a lot of traction actually for Arab parents outside of the Arab region. There are like a lot of interest in the Arabic language, especially. And that's what we're actually like moving toward as a startup. We've launched, as I said, with B2B in mind, schools and governments, to give, let's say, this platform for them. But we are pivoting more into B2B2C or B2C for now, so direct to customers. That's what we already have. We actually had, I think, like our first sales last week with 3 sales for parents outside of the Arab region.
And how much are you charging? And is it like a monthly subscription?
Oh, it's a subscription model. We have monthly, 3 months, and 1 year subscription model. 1 month is actually €5. The 3 month is actually 11, and the 1 year is €40 per year. Yep.
Can I ask a question, Mohammed? Who are your competitors today, and how do you differentiate from these competitors?
Absolutely. So we have like big players from MBC Group. I think like something like Lamsa or I Start Read Arabic in Jordan. These are kind of like too specific in specific subjects. What we are doing, and actually like given my background also in the Netherlands, is actually building a platform for many subjects. So we are actually, let's say, proposing a all-in-one solution. So you have this platform, you have this admin tool that as a, let's say, a school, as an admin, I can add as much content as I want and target specific regions or schools, and then let's say go into that school. this is, let's say, not that, this is, let's say, something new in the Arab region. Like most of them is actually kind of like video-based platform, one-off for specific subject, and that's it. Yeah.
And following up on this, when it comes to content creation, do you do it yourself or do you work with Al-Meta?
Yes, exactly. So for the first version that we did, we actually did it ourselves. What we are actually investing in is actually using the models that we, let's say, did in Al-Meta to generate content. So change the format from education is something kind of pretty novel, and it takes a bit of time. But I think like once we get this done, I think we have a really good in terms of technical advantage.
Okay. And
Yes.
so I understand the content is mostly in Arabic. What dialects do you go with? Or
what we are doing is actually, yes, yeah, exactly. What we are talking right now is actually the Arabic Fusha, which is the MSA. That's what we are targeting to have, let's say, to actually read the news, read some books, these kind of stuff. So we're not going to do any dialect. We did that in Al-Meta, but not for the kids at first, yeah.
Al-Mawwan Alawi, CEO and co-founder of Amal, the eHarmony for construction industry, a market valued at $10.3 trillion, where human resourcing and talent sourcing are one of the biggest obstacles that impact contractors' timeline, budget, and productivity. They spend months in a process that should only take them few hours, and workers with good skill set spend countless days waiting for jobs because their skill set are not being documented. Amal is a SaaS solution that provide contractors with selecting workers based on their performance rating, working style, and verified working experience, alongside clock-in, clock-out management. It's fully automated, instant reports, and tailored-ready. The whole process would take you few hours. We piloted in Palestine, and now we're looking for connections in construction, labor, and $500,000 to fully launch in Saudi Arabia by June 2021. Harmony makes small things grow, so join the growth of construction. Thank you.
Can you share some traction information if you have any?
Yeah, what? Tractions?
Traction information, performance to date, etc.
Yeah. So we did a pilot in Palestine from August 2019 to February 2020 in Palestine. We got more than, like, at that time, we wanted to do like a matchmaking only without management and purely do that. So 3,000 construction workers signed up to our platform. The customer acquisition for the first 600 was $0.2. And after that, it became a little bit less. We got 40 contractors who were able to sign. Their customer acquisition was from 30 to 50. It depends on the month, to be specific. These 18 of the contractors used system, and the system back then was a Google form. So we wanted to verify. This is why we didn't have the full platform back then. And 18 of them, they actually used it. And we were able to provide the workers with more than 260-ish jobs. And we were able to save them more than 800 hours based on our feedback with them. Like, we have been speaking with them, try to understand how many times did we save the contractors and the workers. Our success rate was more than 90%, but I would say the reason for that is because we were doing things manual. And so, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
But what do you mean by success rate? Like, out of the 40 contractors, only 18 actually ended up hiring people, correct?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, I'm just trying. So first of all, I think it would be great if you can tell us what you mean by success rate for the 90%. And then for those 40 contractors, how come only 18 ended up using the platform?
Yeah. So when we are speaking about 90% success rate, that means at a certain point, we were like matching them based on our own recommendation. So we will check them based on their rating, working experience, and say that person would be a good fit for you as a contractor. But right now we're giving the option for the contractor himself to review the list, and he can select his own workers. That's the first question. The second part.
Sorry, so what is the 90? This is just a recommendation that you gave them. It's not necessarily that they hired this person and it actually worked out, correct?
Actually, no. That means 90% are the people that we recommended and they worked with them. So the other 10 are the one that we recommended, but they didn't work with them. They decided to go with other people. Yes. And the second question, why only 18 actually used us? I think the reason for that it was the end of the year and most of the contractors didn't have projects going, so they were waiting for for their project to start, so they would be able to use it. At the end of the year, beginning of the year, construction in general, like it's a very slow. It can be quite slow.
So as far as as far as I understand, so this was last year. So when you say last year, was this 2019? If so, what happened over the course of 2020?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we stopped due to COVID and in February 2020. That is correct. From that until August 2020, we have been working on our own, developing our product. So we built the entire solution in-house, and we were able to find a pilot in Saudi Arabia that we did a couple of testing, and we did more than 30 interviews with construction contractors in Saudi Arabia, small to medium. And we have right now 300 construction contractors in our pipeline that they were interested because we participated in the Big Five, which is one of the biggest construction conferences in the Gulf in Dubai. From August up to October, we have been doing testing and A/B testing with a contractor that was supposed to be our pilot in Saudi Arabia. But in the end of October, we decided it's not a good match for us because he had different opinion on how we should move forward. And we stopped working with him. And right now we're working on converting 5% of our pipeline into a paying customers to do a soft launch in Saudi Arabia before we fully launch in June 2021.
Okay, clear. And so speaking of the Saudi market in particular, what does the landscape look like and how would you differentiate yourself from other players on the ground?
So we're extremely lucky that construction is not an industry that is being disrupted at that moment. But I would say we have a lot of indirect competitors. So in Saudi Arabia, there is the first one, the big construction company that are 15,000 of them in Saudi Arabia. They have their own technical team, and our conversations with them, they start already building their own HR system. They're building their own stuff. They're building it in-house, but there are the 166,000 small to medium subcontractors in Saudi Arabia, and they are doing it through two things. It's either pen and paper, and this is also an indirect competitors. Another thing, which is fingerprint, which is also can be a bit hectic. As a startups, we have Videocuts, which is an IoT company based in Abu Dhabi. They're mainly focused, we are planning to compete with them when we fully launch, is that innovation of AI, which is the matching. This is one. Another thing, they are an IoT company, so price will be also another point. Third is that they start operating on the market on the second stage. So when you are building, there's 3 stages. The first stage is digging and building the skeleton. Second stage is when you start building the house, and this is where Videocuts comes, and they can only operate with the big enterprises, the one that we talked about, the 15,000. And we're mainly focused on the third stage, which is being always implemented by the subcontractors, small to medium subcontractors.
So hi again, my name is Zahra. I'm the founder of Fixit, the first application in Iraq to provide fast and safe maintenance services for homes and buildings. Imagine that you need a plumber immediately, or you really wanted to paint the new baby's room. It is not easy in Iraq to find a technician to deliver these services for you. So Fixit is solving this problem. Very easy application to request the service. You can upload an image, you can schedule it to fit your time, and you will have a price offer. We deliver more than 30 services quickly and easy to your home and office. Right now, Iraqi people are spending $140 million per month for maintenance services. Our vision is to build a safe and perfect place for everyone, and we need $100,000 to make it real. If you believe in building a safe and perfect place for everyone, please help us to make it real. You can connect me on this email for more information. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have $7 as a customer acquisition cost, and we have $40, that's the lifetime value, with 60% rotation rate.
Zahra, let's break it down. When did you launch?
Okay, so that was in the previous December 2019.
Okay, so you have a whole full year of numbers, say, in operations. So
Yeah.
Great. And right now, how many orders do you process a month?
Okay, so it's different from month to month because we did test our marketing channels for the July, and it was very good requesting. But for the first year, so we have only 114 requests for the 2020.
114?
Yeah.
And these were fulfilled orders, or these are just requests?
Yeah, full orders, yes.
Okay, and this is off of how many customers?
So the same, like I said, it's 140, but some of them like retention, customer. So
Yeah. So
but
unique
the
customers.
customer is different. Maybe they are the same customer requesting twice or third times.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. So how much are your unique customer base for this whole year? Because you're saying that you have a high retention. So I'm just wondering.
Yes, so that's 60% of the 114.
So you're saying 60% of the 114 were from repeat customers?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, and your numbers are low because of the COVID. I'm assuming you were heavily impacted by the COVID situation?
Well, actually, we didn't do a lot of marketing because we are testing which channel is the best for us. But I'm believing this will be increased because we are testing our mobile application in this moment. We will launch it in the next month, and we will do a very big advertising campaign. So I believe that will increase like double.
Sure. I would love to hear more about your unit economics. So you mentioned a CAC, but I didn't write it down. And then would be great to understand how much do you charge per order and your margin on that. And then I leave the floor for more questions.
Okay, great. So we charge per service is different from service to service, but in average, it's $20 per service. This is the average. And our customer acquisition cost is $7. Maybe that's good for now, but it will increase maybe in the next month because we will do very big advertising campaigns in many channels. Our lifetime value is $40 for 1 month. And I mentioned the rotation rate is 60%.
You take a 20% cut out of these orders?
Yeah, 20% for us, yes, as a commission.
Okay. So you're losing money on the first 2 orders. This is something you're aware of, and then afterwards you plan to make money.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the question.
So your customer acquisition cost is $7.
Yeah.
And then the order is $20, and you take 20% off of that. So that means on each order you're making $4, but it's costing you $7 to bring a customer.
Exactly, yes.
Okay, thanks.
Are there on the Iraqi markets any solutions that you would consider as competitors?
Okay, so I search on that. I have we have a direct competitor and indirect competitor. For the indirect competitor, like workshop that maintains some things or devices, and we have workers with very good networks. So I believe I'm looking at them as opportunities because they can work with us instead of competing us. But for the direct competitor, that will be the other startup that start to build an application for the same idea or something like this idea.
Okay, thank you.
But sorry, I didn't get it. So there are direct competitors?
We're not yet, but so they didn't deliver the service for any customer yet. But I know they are building an application or a business like Fixit. But they didn't deliver any services yet.
Mm-hmm. And then comes the question: what's your biggest barrier to entry? What prevents them from coming and stealing your market shares?
Okay, great. So first, we were trying to build a trust with our customer in this year. We focusing very much about brand awareness and build the trust. So if people know us as the first application with the value that they need, so maybe that will make us like the risk less for us.
Every startup has its own advantages and disadvantages. So let's quickly talk about the batch we just saw and summarize the feedback of the jury members. Al-Mawwan has a huge serviceable market, and the startup is already revenue positive. On the other side, Haytham as a founder should have focused a bit more on talking about his team. Our second startup is Amal. Rawan is a passionate entrepreneur with the right experience to lead. However, the startup hasn't fully scaled yet in the market that it's targeting. As for Fixit, it's a nice-to-have product. However, that industry is quite challenging, whether to build a brand name or a barrier for entry. And our final startup is Alphazed, who is definitely made up of the right team with a great experience. However, the startup is still in its early stages and should focus a bit more on one segment of the product it's building. That's it for a quick summary. Now let's go for the winner announcement. So I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, first, of course, I'd like to thank all of you again for your dedication to the competition, for going through the very extensive application process, the online Seedstars Academy, the mentorship sessions. Everyone was impressed, the mentors, the jury members, and of course, we as Seedstars, we're very glad to have gotten to know you more. And with that being said, and unfortunately, we can only have one winner today. And that the startup that will go ahead to the next stage will be Al-Mawwan.
I'm feeling great. I didn't expect we will be the chosen one. Thank you, Mira. Thank you, all competitors and partners. I'm very happy.